Hey you guys, it's Brian back with another video. This one is going to be on what you should do when you feel stuck in your life and you're wondering how you should proceed, or whether or not it's a good idea, or like you've got a lot of ideas in your head and you need like direction and clarity on what you should do. So let's just jump into the video. So if you feel stuck in life, um, usually it's because you feel like you're falling behind, right? So for example, the other day I wanted to make a YouTube video, and but then I've been procrastinating it, and this is because like I was wondering like uh, what should the title of my video be, right? I could make one on like MBTI types, I could make one on spirituality. There's just a lot of like ideas that I could have made the video on, but then for some reason I just kept procrastinating it because it didn't feel right to me, right? And so, but then I had this urge inside me, right? That I needed to make a video. I needed to put something out there because it's been like a few weeks already. Um, this is the last video I made. And so this feeling of like not doing anything, of just being stagnant, of being like in stasis, it starts to build up over time, right? And that's when you start to feel like this compulsive urge that you feel like you're slacking off and you need to do something. And this is where the feeling of being stuck comes in, right? Because you feel like, you should be doing something, but then you don't know what that something is. And then so you start beating yourself up over it, and this just becomes a vicious cycle where, you have no idea what you're supposed to be doing, and then you beat yourself up, which only makes you feel worse. And then, but you still don't know what it is that you're supposed to do, right? So for example, like I still didn't know what topic I wanted for my YouTube video. And so the easiest way to kind of break free from this cycle is to first recognize that you are going through the cycle, that you are beating yourself up, and that whether or not you actually take action to move forward is not that significant. So what I mean by this is that, so for example, if I don't put out a YouTube video, it's not the end of the world, right? It's just in my mind, I feel like I need to take action, and if I don't, I feel like a slacker, or I feel like a something, right? Basically, we have this notion in our mind that like if we're not moving forward in life, it means that we're falling behind, or it means that we're lazy, or like there's basically a very negative stigma related to that. And so that is the reason why we feel like we always have to take action and move forward, when in reality being stuck is actually completely normal, right? It's like writer's block. um, it happens to everyone, right? So a better way to perceive being stuck in your life or not being able to take action is look at it from the perspective of you are currently taking a break or a rest, right? You need that rest, because if you just keep working and moving forward, you're going to burn yourself out, right? And if you burn yourself out, then that's the exact same thing as not being able to take action, right? So now it's not you can't take action because you're lazy. It's that you can't take action because you're burned out. Your physical body doesn't allow you to move forward. So either way, you need to realize that it puts you in the exact same position as you would be if you took forced action versus whether you took action, whether you didn't take action at all, right? So like forced action is burnout, right? You force yourself to do something just to do something, but then if it costs you your health, then basically puts you out of commission, then it's basically the same thing as if you're not doing anything. So either way, it results in the same outcome. So it's better to kind of see it from that perspective and to stop beating yourself up over it. Now, in terms of like the best kind of solution to help you overcome being stuck and actually overcome it, to take action, is in most cases is to take your mind off of the problem completely. So the way I did it was yesterday, right? I was actually wanting to shoot this video, but I didn't know. So I was thinking about, like what kind of video titles should I shoot it on? And so I decided that instead of, trying to force something to happen because it just wasn't working, right? Instead, I went outside, took a walk, sat in a garden for a good, 20 or 30 minutes, and boom, just like that, I realized that I wanted to make a video on exactly what I'm talking about right now, because it resonated, right? The idea just came. I didn't have to force it. It was just something that just magically popped into my mind. And that's how I knew that I wanted to make this video, which is to help people overcome the issue of when they feel like they're stuck and they need to take action, right? Because it just seemed to fit, right? I had a lot of ideas in my head, but none of them sounded that good. Um, and I was also heading, none of them really sounded that good. So I decided to go with this one because it sounds like a right one, and it was like the perfect opportunity. So I just take it as a sign from the universe, as like divine timing, that this video, even though it may not, perform that well in terms of views or likes or whatever, I just put all of that aside because those are doubts, and those are the things that are going to stop you from taking action, right? So mostly if you need to feel the need to take action but you're not taking action, it's because you are taking action because you feel like it needs to be for someone else other than you. Whereas if you take action but it's for you, it's like I wanted to make this video with this topic because I personally want to do it, right? But if I kept caring about whether or not my audience would resonate with the video, then I'm going to be stuck in paralysis, right? I'm going to be stuck continuously thinking about topics which my audience would want to listen to, and that's going to prevent me from taking action. So if you feel like you're trying to take action but you're stuck, most likely it's because you're trying to take action on behalf of someone else rather than taking action because you personally want to do it, right? So like the best example I have is that you want to go to the grocery store to buy, let's say, milk because your mom wants it. But whether or not you actually drink milk is another issue, right? So if you're trying to go to the store to buy milk, but you personally don't drink milk, you might feel like lazy and like you don't want to take action, and that's completely normal because that's for someone else. It's not for you. So you need to focus on doing what it is that you want to do, right? What excites you, because then you're in that flow state. There's no resistance, and you don't feel like you're compelled. You don't have to feel like you're compelled to do it, and as a result, psychologically, it's much easier for you to overcome that state of like paralysis and simply just take action and do what it is that you want to do. Because now it's not about taking action or like doing something because you have to. You're doing it because it's fun, right? It's play, and that is the easiest way to go through life, is to play your way through it, right? Not by working hard, not by feeling a compulsive urge to do things because you have to do them, but because you want to do them, right? And so that's the kind of trick I use to help me overcome things in my life whenever I feel stuck. And probably the most important thing to note is also if you don't know what you're supposed to do, oftentimes it probably means that you're not supposed to be doing anything, because you need to trust in divine timing. You need to trust in the universe that you're going to get the answers that you need when it's time for you to take action, right? So if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, probably means that you should just take a break, or you should just rest, or you should just play, or just go with the flow, right? Why try to force something when nothing's happening? And it's because we worry, right? We're like, oh, if we don't take action now, then in the future a certain outcome is not going to happen, or we feel like we're being lazy, or we'll never make our dreams come true or our goals. But then again, that's a lack of trust, that's a lack of faith in the universe that when the time is right, then you will move forward. But until that moment comes, until you are ready, then you don't need to do anything at all. Right? You can't force a 5-year-old to go out and start working at a job, right? He's not ready. There's a certain time, and he still needs to grow up. And so you can kind of think of it like that. Like if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, it probably means you still have some growing up to do. Just wait a little bit. Let that moment come in naturally. Don't try to force it. Go out for a walk, and magically, when you least expect it, you will get the answers you need to help you move forward and take action. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. Let me know if there's any other topics that you'd like to go into. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, and peace out. Much love to all of you.